You are
right.
Vive.
Hey, everybody. Let's see.
What is going on?
All right. I think we are on and popping, everybody.
I think so. Yep, we are on Instagram and YouTube.
Indeed. It's Instagram, YouTube, live. The date is August 13th, 2025, everybody. And we're coming to you live for Whiskey Wednesday. Once again, a phenomenal Wednesday. And I'll turn that back on, please. Thank you. Just the front lights. Yes.
Back.
Yep. All right, we're going to start this over again. Hey, everybody, it is August 13th, 2025. We're coming to you live. It's Whiskey Wednesday right here from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. at the good old Chas Liquors. I have my man Matt Stinnett beside me and Mike Motion. Come on now. It's going to be a great time. Where's Zoe? Like the world, where's Waldo? Where's Zoe? Zoe has been out and about in the city. If you see him, drop a line in the chat.
Buy him around.
Yeah, indeed. Buy him around and drop a line in the chat. Take a picture. Send it to us. We love to see what he's
I'm
up
gonna make
to
a
tonight.
wild deal. If anyone in this live, unless you're related to Zoe, finds Zoe and buys him a drink, I owe you $20.
There you go. There you
What a
go.
fair bet. What a fair bet.
Sure.
There you go. Indeed.
That's what we need to start doing. Whoever doesn't come to Whiskey Wednesday to participate, if someone else finds them and like takes a photo with them or something like that, they get a reward.
Yeah, that's such a great idea.
That'd actually be kind of
That's
funny.
beyond extraordinary. That is absolutely
Not that
beyond.
it would ever actually happen, but you never know.
Right. For sure. But man, oh man, it's a fun time tonight. I have Mike Motion to thank right now, folks.
Get that.
This is a Mike Motion night, everybody. Mike Motion right here, sitting at the end of the table here. He's bought through a phenomenal collection, everybody. It's a special night. Why is this? Because we are doing Four Roses tonight. Four Roses, not just, a particular small batch. No. Not a single barrel. No. Right now, folks, this is a Four Roses, the 10 recipe tasting experience of their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskeys. And like literally,
all these little we got 10 of these bottles.
Indeed.
To make sure you got the order back.
Indeed. And so it's a combination of the various mash bills, which are what, 5 different mash bills, is it? And then two different yeast strains, or two different yeast strains,
Two mash bills.
Two mash bills,
something else. I don't know. It's confusing.
But we're going to find out.
What are we doing for Roses? Like, what are all these different combinations of these little symbol OBSV, OBSK, OBSO? I don't know. But what did you just say, Mike? We're going to find out tonight. We will find out tonight. And so what a special night it is, because if you ever had any questions about these various productions, these acronyms on the Four Roses recipe, within the Four Roses recipe lineup, we're going to try to answer them for you tonight. So what a special night. Hey, Mike, thank you, brother.
Happy to be here.
My man. Absolutely.
Probably somewhat poorly, but we will answer your Four Roses question.
We're going to get through it together.
Indeed.
Maybe by pour 6, it'll all taste the same, but we're going to have a good time regardless.
Yeah.
For sure. Will this be our tasting order?
Yep. So 1 through 5, 6 through 10.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna do this.
So that's gonna be the last 5 we do.
Yeah, this will be the last 5 that we do.
If someone knocks that over, baby.
And nobody better not knock this over.
I'm saying somebody.
Like, I don't know why
you.
we would reach this far to even, get close
I
to
don't think
knocking
it's
that over.
reaching. I think it's bumping this. And
There we go. But I think that's
It's
perfect
just,
because we
yeah,
need a little bit of
terrible.
a visual for everybody. It's terrible only when someone knocks it over. So we're
And
promising.
I guess it's not terrible at all because it's not your whiskey. So
Well, I don't take the full L on that one. Although I feel really bad, Mike. I feel really bad. But we aren't even going to put that bad mojo
thoughts
out
and
there.
prayers.
We're not going to put the bad mojo out there. We're going to drink some whiskey and have a good time, everybody. So hope you can hear us well. Seems like people are joining in. Everybody is doing okay out there.
Yep.
Go on. Yeah. All right.
Tim Woods in the house. Shout out T Woods. The man, the myth, the legend.
T Woods, what's happening, brother? Where you at, man? Where you at?
Because me telling you wasn't good enough. You had to fact check that.
I just had to make sure the audio was good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next time I won't answer.
Gotta let Burnie do his thing.
Always a contentious time, Hey,
Are we going to drink some whiskey?
I'm the tech guy. Well, if we do, then it feels like we have to just walk everybody into the night. Matt Stinnett, M Dog, yourself.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, I think we better just, talk about, what is it? A bottle giveaway.
Yeah.
It's a bottle giveaway. I think we better talk about that first. Here we go. No. Listen, you hold it. Put it in your hands, man.
The true Whiskey Wednesday viewers know last month we gave away a 375 of Buffalo Trace, courtesy of Zoe. So me and the crew at Lost Whiskey are going to step up on behalf of Chat's Liquors because Bernie's giving this bottle away, but I'm going to make sure this bottle isn't coming out of his inventory. And so for the month of August, we are giving away a 375 of Lost Whiskey Club High Rye Single Barrel 90 Proof Bourbon.
That's dope.
To enter in the giveaway, all you have to do is make a purchase at Chats. It can be anything in store. Making sure I don't want to be particular and exclude anything, but no, we're good. It can be anything in store. Just ask for your receipt after you made your purchase and put your name and number on it and give it back to Anna or Bernie or whoever's here at the time. You can give it back to me if I'm here. You never know. And you will be entered. Multiple purchases give you multiple entries, but no, don't come in here and waste anybody's time and buy 3 bottles and ask for 3 separate transactions on the same night. If that happens, maybe we will exclude you from the giveaway if you want to be that way. But
hardcore.
Come in multiple times, make multiple purchases, get multiple entries. No limit on how many entries you can get, and it does not matter how much money you spent. We don't care if you spent $15 or if you spent $1,000. We appreciate the $1,000, but all of them get you entered in. All of them get you entered in the giveaway. So come by Chats whole month of August. This will not be advertised in store. You have to be a Whiskey Wednesday viewer to know that this is going on. Our little secret giveaway to reward people who watch Whiskey Wednesday. So come in, make a purchase, write your name and number on your receipt. You got to ask for a receipt because, we don't want to kill too many trees and waste paper. So ask for a receipt, put your name and number on, give it back to Bernie or Anna or someone that you recognize in the store and tell them that's your entry into the August giveaway for a bottle of Lost Whiskey.
I think you're going to get a lot of receipts then.
We'll see. We hope so. If we get a lot of receipts, maybe Lost Whiskey will add something else in to sweeten the deal and make an even better giveaway.
Ooh.
But if y'all are a bunch of slackers and don't come spend your money at Chats, maybe it's just the one bottle. It's still a fantastic gift. But
folks, what that means is don't be a slacker. Come on through. Win a bottle. It's a great bottle of whiskey. Just all around. It's a freaking fantastic
I'll sign the bottle of whiskey for you if you want.
Ooh,
might devalue it.
I'll sweeter.
I think you won better. I would get Nick Chiaffi to even sign the bottle if someone wanted to. I get you a signed bottle by Nick Chiaffi. There you go. Let's go. Might devalue the bottle to you, but hey, we'll do it. Whatever you want.
Indeed. Amazing. Amazing. Well, this is what we are doing right here, folks, as we transition. As Matt just mentioned, we have a bottle giveaway, but on this second week now in August of Whiskey Wednesday, it is all about the Four Roses, the 10 recipe tasting experience. This is what this package looks like, folks. It's a beautiful package. Literally in person, it looks better than this picture does. And the picture looks pretty great. But literally, the package is fantastic. And this is what we're drinking, everybody. It's going to be a good time. You see it there?
Sure.
Let's put it there in the corner. And we'll just kind of go from the top, everybody. We're going to run a little banner down below. I still have that bottle giveaway, Lost Whiskey Club single barrel bourbon at the bottom. The whole time. We'll leave it up there, Matt. You think so?
Need to let the people know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
How about it? How about it?
Yeah.
Well, the ticker is going to change for right now.
Yeah.
It's the OBSV, I think it just said. OBSV is the first
Shout out
of
Zoe.
the 4 whiskeys that we'll be drinking. The first bourbons, first mash bill, first specialty. Shout out to Zoe. Dude, I heard about your day. And
Saw photos
yeah,
about
so yeah.
Whoa.
You
Pause.
you have been told on, sir. I hope you're having a good time though, man. For sure. Hope you're having a good time. So, gosh, we have, once again, this is the mash bill, OBSV. OB, first and foremost, we're talking about the mash bill. That is 60% corn, 35% rye, 5% malted barley. So when you see the OB, it's a 60% corn, 35 rye, 5% malted barley. So a high rye mash bill, 35 percentile,
Both of them, though.
5%
Really?
malted barley. When you see OE,
Well,
that's
you
a
wanna say till
7.
we get to OE?
Well, no, I'm not saying that because they'll be just to give the foundation. It's a 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. So a low rye mash bill. So OB is the high rye, OE is the low rye, and so that's fantastic. Just so we can set the stage, we're going to be tasting the OB versions first, the first 5. And then the second group, the last 5 will be the OEs, the low rye. So fun stuff. We're starting there. But this is OBSV. Let's get into it.
Well, actually, why am I going to respond? OE mash bill. We got a question already. OE mash bill is low rye.
Yep.
OB.
20% rye.
Yeah. Someone asked in the comments.
Indeed. Oh, this was not just any someone.
Except for the fact, let's be very clear.
It was someone who always would give answers.
20% rye in the scheme of bourbon wouldn't be considered a low rye.
Right, exactly. You're right.
But for Four Roses, it's their low rye mash bill of there too.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. In the where do we kind of start designating high rye?
I say 20%.
Yeah.
I feel like 20.
High rye? Let's say 25. 25.
I say you're wrong.
Maybe okay. 30, right? No, I say 25 because you maybe in that 10 to 20, 23%. Sure. But certainly over 25, that's high rye for sure. So I don't know. We have to distinguish it. What do you say, folks?
Sure.
Drop it in the comments.
But that's how we distinguish it, is we'll call it the low rye. But
for
we're not naming anyone, but there are people with 18% rye mash bills that refer to that as a high rye.
Right.
And so I guess I'm just saying everyone has their own opinion, which opinion-wise,
there's no law.
I would probably lean towards 25+% as high rye.
Yeah.
Saying standard in bourbon industry, once you break out of the teens,
right,
you start referring to it as a high rye.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Opinionally, individually, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily consider this a high rye.
Okay.
Well, those, OE. We're on OB, which is 35%.
Indeed. And what I think we want to do with this tasting is I mean, this is Four Roses, folks. There's a baseline, right, for Four Roses. We recognize that they uniquely situate themselves within this variety of 10 recipes, and they'll do blending and bottling based on these 10, and they're always just solid whiskeys. I don't know if it's going to play it justice in like doing hardcore ratings for these, or just really just speaking to the various characteristics that we might denote from.
I honestly
from
want
each.
I wish I like brought a notepad just to kind of like write down
Correct.
what I'm tasting and everything.
Okay.
Right. Well, we have to be more vocal maybe this go round, because we'll have to pull the transcript from this tasting event and make sure that's available, just so that we can remember and kind of go back and make sure the tasting notes that we pull from each of these is securely.
Hey, Janelle. Hey. She said hi 5 times. Hey.
Thanks for joining.
Indeed.
Oh, we're past
Hi,
that.
hi.
And- Okay, so then let's also be clear. Four Roses, who love them, great whiskey, top brand for me. Really overcomplicates it with all these letters. But OB is high rye. Then the last letter of it references the yeast strain. So they have 2 mash bills and 5 yeast strains. So with that, you have 10 whiskeys on the table. The last letter of the 4-letter acronym that we give is the yeast strain involved in it. So there's only 2 mash bills, but 5 yeast strains.
Those 5 yeast strains are, let's see where we're starting.
VKOQF.
So V is delicate fruit, K is slight spice, O is rich fruit, Q is floral, and F is herbal.
Indeed.
This one here, delicate fruit.
Right.
And they're all 104 proof.
And this one does have this is the OB, so the 35% rye, the high rye, and you do get the spices there as well, I would say, right? Like in the aromatics, you certainly do see pepper, a real pepperiness, and maybe even the way in which the alcohol translates is in more of a pepper-like alcohol extraction for me in the nose.
Yeah.
And we're talking about what proof across the board?
104.
104 across the board. 104.
Yeah.
This, I mean, it's super solid. It expresses itself so very well at 104.
So it's very interesting to me that they do that, considering the fact when you buy Four Roses single barrels, you can get them at 100 proof or at barrel proof. And so I wonder why 104 proof was the choice for this kit. Because if you love one of these mash bills, you can go buy that as a single barrel in that mash bill and yeast strain, but either at 100 proof or at barrel proof. Nothing in between.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so it is interesting that it's 104. Like, I don't know, just pointing out.
Isn't the single barrel select at 52 at 104? Is that lower?
Small batch
Small,
select.
that's what I meant, yeah. Small batch.
Yeah, it might be, but that's where on the small batch, I've never even bought a bottle of small batch select.
It's interesting. They corresponded this release along with coming out with full bottles of each yeast strain. Like for the longest time, Four Roses single barrel was just this primary one, OBSV. It was never anything else. But now, like you'll find it's a beautiful red label, and it'll have each of these different strands on there.
I guess I'll be eager when we start going through the next. It's an enjoyable whiskey, but they reference this as delicate. And like it is for a Four Roses slightly lacking just a little complexity that I'm looking for. It's still very enjoyable, but also we'll be here to see. I know which Four Roses in the past has been my favorite mash bill, so I'll be eager to see how that aligns tonight.
Yeah. We'll say that agree that there's a little less complexity, in my opinion. And of course they're able to achieve maybe greater levels of complexity across their lineup sometimes when they're blending the various mash bills. But what I do get from this one is a neat viscosity to it, like almost some type of grass oil, right? And like a little bit of oiliness, a little bit of a viscosity to it. It's really leading into the light spice and hint of kind of background grassy characteristics. Nothing is super intense or grassy or kind of in your face complex, but like there's a nice little oil to this that does leave a little something behind that is interesting, that in my mind, we start blending these bad boys up, like really it's able to carry the flavor profile quite nicely because of the viscosity and the oils that are left here. I'm not sure if this lineup is non-chill filtered and all. It may be though.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Look at the legs on this bad boy.
Cinnamon from this barrel may be present in this non-chill filtered bourbon.
There you go.
I almost kind of thought Four Roses was across the board non-chill filtered. Don't quote me on that. Someone look it up and let me know.
That could be interesting, especially if like the standard bourbon and is non-chill filtered. But yeah, you may be right on the small batch and single barrel being non-chill filtered. Yeah.
But made the
Shout out to all my little ones.
Yeah.
Lando, JJ, what's happening? Danielle, Camille, Gabby. Absolutely.
Don't leave anyone
Gabby's
out.
gonna be heading off literally to college next week, a week from
Wow,
today.
incredible.
Whoa.
We'll have to test that later.
Whoa. So shout out to my kiddos. Love them. So proud of them. All right. And thanks for joining in and supporting Dad.
Are we giving 10
All right.
ratings?
I mean, it's one of those things where this is Four Roses. If we do the rating on the 10 scale like we usually do, that could be interesting. But at the same time,
of like the two sets.
yeah,
So favorite of the OBs, we'll do like 5. Figure out what the favorite of the OBs.
So whether it's rating or more just comparing and contrasting, I don't know.
Or
I'll let you all speak to that.
might be fun.
What are your thoughts?
Similarly,
Yeah.
obviously pick your favorites or top 3, but to give a 1 through 10 rating on the OBs and a 1 through 10 on OEs
Okay.
as
That's
a group.
Okay.
I like that.
But then you also pick your individual
Yeah.
favorite out of each group and then your overall, like something like that maybe.
Okay.
But do the whole OBs, give 1 rating for all 5. Yeah, there we go. And when we're done, pour it all together, whatever's left of all of them, and taste that.
The Pepsi
Who
challenge.
gave that amazing
Who could
recommendation?
give you one
Last name
guess?
must be Stinnett.
Give you one guess.
Absolutely. Shout
All
out
right.
to Ellie. What's up, Ellie?
Up
Bell?
next.
All right, let's go.
OBSK.
Ellie better be toasting up too. She just
OBSK.
finished recording her lecture for the class. Ellie is now
Amazing.
referred to her as Professor Ellie
Professor Ellie.
as well. So
What?
she deserves herself a good pour
I'm so
after
proud of both of
getting
you.
off work today and then going and recording a lecture for her college students.
Go
So
ahead, Ellie.
I hope she's drinking something good. I know there's
Go ahead,
plenty of
Professore.
good bottles sitting at home. So
Indeed. That's so awesome.
This is the rye and baking spice.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
OBSK.
So OBSK has been a popular one.
Mhm.
That's one you see showing up a lot, right?
It is one of the
So-
more common.
Yeah, the K is the light spice, mild
Yeah.
spice. I think you may have said something like that, Mike.
But the nose on it is, it's a lot more overpowering than
Ooh.
The first one. Yeah.
This already,
Get this, like, it's almost like a. I'm trying to like describe what it is. But the best way I can describe it right now is like it smells like Christmas. I don't know what it is. A lot of baking
Really?
spice, like a little bit of apple.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more of the fruit, like maybe
Yeah.
the apricot with this one.
See,
Apricot, apple, in that lane
like,
with the spice.
so I'm almost going to be in the middle. Literally am in the middle. How about that?
Yes, you are.
But I'm like a fruit pie filling.
Yeah.
But so
yeah.
like normally you have a little baking spice in that as well, but still fruit forward. I think the fruit
Like
is
that.
the main, but like a apple pie filling
I like that.
kind of vibe. Or a
Yeah.
peach pie filling or something.
Yeah.
Never had an apricot pie, but maybe an apricot pie.
Right,
I
well,
don't
peach
know.
pie.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why I
with
like
you
it
on the peach
similar.
pie.
Yeah.
With the cinnamon, the sweet peach.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Corey. Yeah, I'm feeling you on that, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. Definitely, but like immediately, where at first I was like the first one was just a little too delicate. This one already.
Well, I think that's
Yeah.
why we see this particular
Yeah.
OBSK a little more often because,
Yeah.
wow,
It's probably
on its own is really delivering a beautiful aromatics. Let's give it a taste, see if that also stands out.
Yeah. Funny enough, though, I feel like this one drinks slightly hotter than the
Yeah, it
OBSV
does.
did.
I think it's the the more heavy. It's not more rye, but like the more spice on the yeast
Yeah.
strain. Yeah.
Just a little more spice
Yeah.
forward, pulling that
Yeah.
Okay.
rice.
One of the
spice.
notes on it, I think, Bernie, we got to go to the next ticker.
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
Oh,
to
did
the-
I change
Look at
that?
that.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Come on, guys.
Peppery
Sorry
and
about
bold.
that.
And I would say absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
got a little bit of heat on, even on the finish. It kind of lingers with you, which is nice.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. The ticker wasn't correct. This is the OBSK high rye with a touch of more spice from yeast K, peppery and bold. But what I'm getting from it, I think what we're getting from it, is a little bit more of a generous fruit note. Matt brought up like something in the peach pie, peach cobbler arena. I agree with that totally. It's much more kind of abundant on aromatically and on the mid palate, but then on the finish, as Matt was saying, there's maybe a little bit more of a spirited note for him and Mike. I think for me, I think when you get into those fruit tones, maybe it's a little bit more crunchy, a little bit more freshness, a little bit lighter, and the aromatics of the alcohol maybe picks that up in kind of a slightly zesty, aromatic, like, lifting spirit way. Yeah.
I get
But in a good
zesty.
way.
I get zesty. That's one
In
way
a
of putting
baking
it.
spice way. Little, is Salt Bay out? Is Salt
No,
Bay?
I don't think he's been
Salt Bay
canceled
was
yet.
canceled?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think he's been
I
canceled.
don't know.
I don't think he's
Okay.
still as popular with the
Right.
with
It
the
was
young
something that he-
queens.
Okay. All right. Cool.
There's,
I don't know. No cancellation. Huh?
yep. I think I know what it is, but we're not going to talk about it on Whiskey Wednesday.
Okay. Okay.
Tell you that.
Well, all right.
Wow. I know we're only two in, but this one already taking a big step up compared to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. I like it significantly more.
Yeah.
For sure. And it is kind of fun. You don't get, I feel like, on the nose, that pepperiness doesn't show through, but then on the palate, I think it's more so even on the finish, specifically, that kind of pepper kicks in.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's nice. Also, shout out to us for how honestly efficiently we've started off the night on doing these whiskeys.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think it's not a lot of. We do small pours, so I think we're moving through pretty quickly.
and this is real interesting, though. I think Four Roses is they kind of own the market of utilizing and publicly advertising that they're utilizing different yeast strains.
Yeah.
And it's a not super talked about side of the industry, because I think a lot of people don't necessarily realize when you're what's going on. Okay. When you're creating a mash bill, obviously, aside from the first couple of people to ever make bourbon, you have a baseline of what other people are doing, what people like to buy, what they like to drink. But when it comes to yeast strains, there's a lot more of just trial and error and not much baseline given to them, because when you're making a bourbon, you're using corn, barley, rye, and wheat, if you're using all 4 grains, and everyone's used them before. But maybe you found a yeast strain that no one has ever used before. As a matter of fact, I can't remember the name, but there was a distillery that had a custom-made yeast for them. They went to a lab, and scientists and chemists and whatever else is involved, and had a specific yeast made for their whiskey. And so no one's ever tried it before, and you don't know until you invest thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in it by using a lot of grain and making whiskey and trying it. So
It's kind of like this is now, say, probably back in April, May, when we had Far North Spirits.
Right. Yeah.
Or Found North?
Found
North?
Canadian. Found North?
Yeah. No. Far
Oh,
North.
yeah, Far North,
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
get the rye.
Yeah, the rye.
Yeah.
The rye.
From
So,
Minnesota.
thinking back to like how many different type of varietals that he tried and got to like figure out what it is. I mean, same thing here. It's like it's all about research and development, figuring out what works to a certain palate. Yeah.
We also have a question if yeast strains are proprietary. For the largest distillers, they typically are, but I would say in general, not very much so. But there's normally NDAs involved with a lot of yeast strains as far as the exact brand and who makes that yeast. And so knowing there's not shared information when you're choosing your yeast or the yeast you're using of who else is also utilizing that yeast.
Yeah.
But there are proprietary yeast strains out there.
Yeah. And I would say that probably more so now than ever, and I'm speaking, from over 2.5 decades, that the mash bills, the yeast strains, these types of things are more transparent today than they were long ago. All the whiskey heads out there, we want to know. We want information. We want to know what we're drinking. We want to know what makes these particular bottlings unique. Of course, with some of the traditional producers, of course, sharing this information has been hit or miss, across the board. Some will share, some won't. I think Four Roses absolutely, is one of these producers that are so open and transparent, and they set themselves apart by being so open and transparent, doing these 10 different expressions across the board within their production. And can someone come and replicate them? I haven't seen anyone come in and just kind of match what they're doing. It's so unique that it's like, okay, you can try, but you're not us type thing, right? So kudos to them for really breaking down the whiskeys, right? Being transparent and offering you the components in something like we're tasting today with the 10 recipe tasting experience. Breaking down the components, that's special. It's unique. And I think that if you are a Four Roses fan, then you certainly appreciate this type of experience. If you aren't a Four Roses fan and you're just a bourbon fan in general, like this is an exercise in what can create such uniqueness within a bourbon landscape. no matter who the producer is.
It's really unique as we go into the third pour. So on the back of this gift set is a QR code, takes you to a website with individual videos of every recipe.
Yeah.
And the master distiller is walking you through every part of kind of how they came up with these tasting notes from this strain. It's a really fascinating thing. So if you find this out in the wild, it's definitely worth purchasing. It's a great, I mean, we're far away from Christmas, but this is like a perfect gift set for someone who really likes bourbon.
And just to throw it, we won't like dive deep into price point, but this is basically the equivalent of what you see Four Roses single barrel proofs going for. Is typically what it's going for on the market. And so instead of getting a single barrel with one mash bill and one yeast strain, and you get that one bottle, you could get the 10, you get a couple pours out of each one, you know, and you're losing a little bit volume wise compared to buying a 750, but you're getting a much more fun experience and a story behind it all. So yeah, I've seen one or two of these floating around here locally in the DC area. So yeah, I mean, still a ways from Christmas, but a birthday or anniversary gift,
right? Absolutely.
Or just buy it for yourself because you like whiskey and want to have a fun experience. Like, yeah,
good job.
You know,
absolutely. Well, they call this one the OBSO. It's a high rye, of course, as the first 5, and we are 3 into the 5 right now. But this one is rich and fruity. Rich fruit profile, the O yeast strand has. And definitely just aromatically, you get kind of the dark fruit, dried cacao maybe, cinnamon of course, like a caramel there, a dry caramel in the background as well. Oak, wood, hint of toast, very toasty.
The palate though, I feel like is where the juicy fruit, like
gotcha,
and juicy.
Let's see
fruit, not like juicy fruit gum or something, you know, like.
I get a lot more caramel on the nose. Like when you open up, you know those like fruit trays with the caramel, and you open up that. That's what I smell on the nose. But honestly, on the palate, I don't get a lot of caramel. I get a lot more fruit.
Yeah, I definitely get majority fruit. Maybe a little like caramel in the finish. Because the fruit feels so fresh in this one.
Yeah.
Where like on the last one, we kind of mentioned more like even maybe a baked fruit or a slightly broken down fruit, not like fresh necessarily, where this one's a lot more like biting into like a ripe strawberry or raspberry or something, that kind of like juicy, fresh aspect of it.
Yeah.
But like I can see a little like caramelized characteristic on the back end.
It's interesting that these have become fuller expressions of whiskey as we've gone along. In the first 3, they're fuller on the palate. They display in a warmer character, a richer profile. And I would dare even say a little bit more structured, just because it's like a bit more of everything, right?
Yeah.
It's like just building up of all the components a bit more, just in the first 3.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Indeed. Yeah, and it's crazy how this goes with more red berry. So I like what you said there, Matt. This goes more red fruit.
Only interesting thing that just hit me 3 pours in, and most of that's because you brought it up on the first one. I almost think the OBSV has had the best mouthfeel yet.
Yeah.
I think we've gone up in flavor, complexity, all those things, but all of them have lost viscosity and oiliness from
the finish
OBSV.
is a lot longer on the OBSV.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was crazy because there was such a finish. There's such a palate, a depth, but in a viscosity, but less flavor,
Yeah.
right? As we move along, more flavor,
Yeah.
but you kind of miss a little bit of that viscosity on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this is a fun experience, because you may, in a blend, want certain characteristics of some of the latter bourbons, but you need that oil and viscosity to carry those flavors, and hence where a blend comes into play of these mash bills to make something quite significant. Good point. This has been fun thus far, folks.
Super fun one talking about that.
Mhm.
I don't think people realize the difficulty that goes into blending. Sounds really easy on paper until you try and do it, and I've only ever blended in much smaller batches than what someone does like this.
Well, you're doing it out in Montana, but y'all ain't doing it out here in
No,
Lost
not
Whiskey
Lost
Club at
Whiskey,
all. Because
but
y'all do
in-
only single barrel products.
In Montana, I did it, and it's a real curveball. But if you know about Smoke Wagon Whiskey out of Las Vegas, follow Smoke Wagon Aaron, who is the owner of Smoke Wagon Whiskey, and he will go live as he's tasting barrels and creating the blend.
Oh, wow.
And he will literally talk about his thought process, his tasting notes, and trying like percentages and amounts that go into creating his batches.
Yeah.
It's a super fun experience. I mean, obviously, it's kind of like this. You need to carve out a little bit of time, and his might be middle of the day because he's doing this at work. But super informative guy to follow him, and he does some super cool live videos and stuff like that that you can check out.
That's
talking
neat.
about thought process and stuff that goes into blending different barrels with different age and even mash bills. So,
Neat stuff.
just a little plug to good guy in the industry.
Right.
Well, he seems like a good guy. Never met him.
Shout
Actually,
out to
is a good guy. Shout out Smoke Wagon Aaron. I DM'd him on Instagram
Okay.
with a question when I worked in Bozeman at a distillery, and he responded the same day.
Wow.
Wow.
He responded the
Wonderful.
same day. So big shout out to Mr. Aaron over at Smoke Wagon.
Indeed.
Much respect for you.
Indeed. For sure. Well, you know, they're doing their thing at Smoke Wagon, but Four Roses is doing their thing as well. Mike, what's the next one up? This will be number 4.
Number 4. We are making some
Mash
decent time so far.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
OBSQ.
OBSQ, folks. So, of course, this is the high rye mash bill. We're still working on that for the first 5 whiskeys. This is number 4 of 5 bourbons.
Sounds
Out of the 10, actually. There's 5 of the OBs, 5 of the OEs. We haven't even gotten to the OEs yet. We're just working on the first 5 OBs. This is OBSQ. So the Q tends to be a bit more floral. The yeast strain creates a more floral profile on this high rye, 35% rye bourbon mash bill. So let's give it a nose. See what we get.
right off the bat, though.
Rye off the bat, but definitely floral spices
So
all the way.
what was super fun,
And more grassy.
literally first sniff, maybe part of the second, there was almost this little funk.
Yeah.
Almost like,
Agreed.
like not in a bad way. I know there's not a good way to really say this. Almost like a little wet funk on the very first initial like sniff and a half, we'll call it. And then it blew off right off the bat. And now it's super floral. But it was just kind of fun. Like that was a big curveball.
Well, I'll even put a little bit of root in there, a little bit of rhubarb, something like that.
Rhubarb.
A little bit of rhubarb, maybe in that aromatics, right? A little bit of root tone. Ooh,
Careful.
not lost
Don't give
whiskey.
yourself a bruise.
Not lost whiskey rat. Serious.
It's a knife rat.
That's solid welding done by Matt.
Very solid welding. Thanks, Matt. Check out the lost whiskey.
Shout out.
It's partially lean it over. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I hate
but
to break
quite quite a richness there. Yes.
No, we have not actually killed any of these bottles yet. We're doing very small pours. There's a little bit left
Yeah.
in every single one of these bottles.
It's a little bit left in every single one.
But it's gone up a little more now. We had a visitor in the background, so we are pouring some on the first couple, but now the visitor is departed.
Anything I take back home with me, I'm going to do it again. I don't know. Maybe this weekend. I don't know.
Come back to it.
Yeah.
Open it up. Let it
Take out a notebook. See how it changes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Mm.
Except you did have Ralph in the comments
Wow.
say you could have your notes app out right now.
That is true.
And jot a
Shout out
couple
to Ralph.
notes down, and you could always, you'll
Just
have
trying to
some
be
left over.
just trying to be present in the moment.
yeah.
No one likes that guy that's on his phone.
Oh, but no, Ralph, what are we saying? Who needs notes? This is all recorded and going to be posted, and so you can just go back and watch the video.
Indeed.
Look at that. Good idea, though, Ralph. But isn't that great that even if you're not able to be present for the live on Whiskey Wednesday, that you can go back and watch it on YouTube anytime you want at your own convenience?
It's true.
Come on, man.
That's why you should like,
try to
follow,
make it
and
easy.
subscribe.
And you
That's
can
right.
even...
Come on. That's perfect.
What's even better is when you play it back, you can fast forward or rewind, and so you can fast forward every time Burnie goes to talk, and you don't want to hear it.
Got him.
Got it.
Got him. Got him.
And Ellie says
Yep.
you can have ChatGPT summarize the whole video for you.
There it is.
Wow.
Boom.
There it is.
Look at that.
All that.
AI is coming for your
He's
soul.
coming for me. He's coming for me. Shout out to Rasparilla. What's happening? I love that you love Whiskey Wednesday. We love Whiskey Wednesday as well. Bola Sade is come into the building. Thank you so very much for doing so. Chiquito, what's going on? Love that. Love that. Chrissy CNN joined. Hey, it's just it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. Free. Come on, bro. Much love. Much love. But we are currently drinking the OBSQ. Wow.
Four Roses.
Wow.
And this is a joke. Four Roses. If you see this video, I love you. Don't hate me for this. It's a joke. It's also ironic, though, that Four Roses decides to release this and then just very shortly after announces that they're expanding to have 12 types. And so they've added 2 on, or announced that they're not actually on the market yet. But this was prior to that, all of their yeast strains and mash bills.
Breaking news.
But, well, this actually isn't. I mean, they announced this a hot minute ago. But, yeah, I was like, come on now. Like, you released this for the first time ever, and it's got all your offerings, just to then later announce that you're adding to your lineup of offerings.
Right.
But it's kind of a joke, but I do think that's a little ironic also. Keep people wanting more, I guess.
Yeah.
There's still, even if you have this set, you can't say you've tried them all.
It's true.
Because they're adding 2 more to it.
Well, all they need to do is just find. And there you go. There you go. It would be interesting as well if Four Roses released something like a wheated mash bill and just did, extended that
everyone's kind of coming for that
to a
thing.
15 or now an 18, core lineup within the differentials of their bourbon release. So interesting stuff. Like that OBSQ gets a little fuller, right? Gets a little bit
The
more.
finish is a little bit longer on it. too,
Yeah, I would say
than the last one.
root. That's why I say root. It's a little more earthiness to that one. A little bit more earthiness for me. A little bit more rhubarb. The spice is there still, but it's like a bit more of an earth tone to it.
Yeah.
I agree. And just for my personal flavor preferences, that's not my most desirable style of bourbon. But
Yeah.
very much, I mean, still, every single one has been more flavorful to me than what we started with the OBSV. And they've all been enjoyable. Just stylistically getting a little nitpicky, which, I mean, I think at this point, you almost got to be, is I would rather have more of a baking spice fruity or caramel than
Yeah.
so many earthy tones, personally.
For me, I was like OBSO 2 parts, OBSQ 1 part.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be fun.
But I just
But that's
still, I still feel like no matter what, you have to throw a little OBSV in for the
to carry
viscosity.
it.
Like,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
it would be the most minor characteristics. It's like the just to add. You want the flavor of all the other ones, but you want to add the mouthfeel and viscosity. You want to deepen it a little with the V.
Okay, so 2O, 1Q, 1B. That could be
Yeah,
that could be a
something
play.
like- or maybe even like
That could be a
half
play.
V.
But
Maybe.
no K.
I don't know. That's Bernie's idea. I would.
I think
I'm
the
gonna
K,
go.
the K
I mean,
is,
K could play a
K's kind of overpowering on its own.
K is a play. K is a play, and it has its place.
Yeah.
I think it has value, but that's when you get like into the nitty gritty of blending, and that's where the
Yeah.
artistry comes in, because a little bit of one of these can go a long way.
Yeah.
And something that's maybe not as stand out on its own could be like a majority base to carry all the other flavors. So that's where that V comes into play in being like probably a significant enough portion of a blend, but all these other components blend in to just really give it pop. So
And
fun stuff.
You also can't ever talk about blending whiskey
Thanks, Mike.
and not talk about Nancy Fraley. Big shout out to Nancy Fraley, the goat of blending whiskey. If you disagree, argue with your mom, not me. Nancy Fraley, the goat when it comes to blending.
Indeed. Shout out to Iaz. And Zone, what's going on, bro? Jason, appreciate that time. Still got a bottle of Fortaleza for you right here.
You see Michael Jordan? I haven't seen the update. As of yesterday, he's in fourth. Did
really?
he get kicked out though?
Nah, I thought somebody else won. I don't
Well,
know.
he was in fourth place.
He was in fourth. Okay.
Which still wins you almost just under $500,000 to be in fourth place. First place gets you almost $5 million.
Yeah.
What
is it?
I think I saw
The Marlin thing in
Open or
Ocean
something like
City.
that in
yeah.
Ocean City.
But that's where Burnie was, and Michael Jordan's there competing, and there was 1 day left.
Hey, shout out to MJ. Give me a
And he
ring,
was
man.
in-
Come through chats while you're here in the area.
Yeah. He was in fourth place with 1 day left in
Wow.
the tournament. MJ was. But what's crazy when you're talking about such a large fish, he was in fourth place, but only 1.5
Missed
pounds.
it by one.
Yeah, he was 1.5, like 1.25 or something from first. And look at that. Yes. 400,000. I was keeping up with it. Yeah.
That's what's up. Nice.
It's on me and
Nice.
you. Yeah. But I was wondering. I was
Shout out
hoping
to you,
he
the fan.
hoping he came through with it. I saw there's still a little time left when he got that. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
shout out MJ. Come by chats. I'll trade you a bottle of Lost Whiskey for an autograph.
I remember what the vibe was like when the guys from Sable were here. I can only imagine what the vibe would be like when MJ came through.
He
That would
had
that
to
would-
sign some bottles of Sincoro, although I don't approve.
I haven't signed a lot of other things. I wouldn't even worry about that.
I'll bring my collection of J's from the
I
house.
haven't signed the window.
Right, for sure. All right, but we're into. Ooh, did I change it up?
No. There we go.
Are we on number 5 now?
Yeah.
OBS.
We're on number 5, folks. What am I doing? OBS.
Slacking.
F. This
Yapping
is
away.
the F series, folks. F pace. If you're a Jack, high ride. This is more herbal and crisp. Hints of mint and eucalyptus. Is that correct? I get that.
Crisp.
Okay.
Just having like a little bit of
Ooh, a
like
little bit more-
medicinal.
Eucalyptus?
Oh.
Yeah.
The herbal.
The
really,
eucalyptus is coming
medicinal.
forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely feels
And
like
the ABV, also the spirit note of that herbaceousness, eucalyptus and
yeah.
mint and spice really does come forth. So aromatically, I would say this one is going to give you a little bit of more of the tingle to the nasal receptors.
This is definitely the crispest, like greenest
Yeah.
of all of them so far.
I think a lot of times like people associate whiskey and bourbon with fall, but honestly, the notes off of this, I think this is more like a spring type of where it's like it's still a little chilly, but like everything is kind of a little bit greener and feeling a little bit fresh, like kind of that style of whiskey I'd want.
Yeah,
I think so, but
I agree.
I'd even lean into a summer whiskey.
Yeah.
It's grass. It's flora.
But also, I just think
Floral
there's
budding.
not enough people who stay drinking whiskey in the summers. Sorry, but y'all are slackers. The people who are whiskey drinkers, but you
The
light
lifestyle.
up in the summer.
Yep.
Um,
Well, I think we need to have a whiskey day at chat so people know, like, hey, you can drink whiskey in the summer. Sometimes it's gin, sometimes it's tequila.
but
True.
it's always whiskey.
It's always whiskey.
Always whiskey season, folks.
We don't take a break
True.
during
It's
Whiskey
always
Wednesday. It's all
whiskey
year round.
weather.
Whiskey weather.
For sure. For
Whiskey
sure.
weather and Whiskey Wednesday. A little rainy today. That is whiskey weather right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sun rose and the sun set, so it's whiskey weather.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I think I got my favorites so far of these of this first five. But I'll put a rating on the bunch.
DeMatha alum is who won the Marlin Open, over $3 million. Yeah. But hey, Zon, did you go to DeMatha?
Mm-hmm.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How old are you? Your age?
The math, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went to college together. The Stags are in the building. For sure. Dre went to the math. Just celebrate. Shout Dre.
Yeah.
Sipping brother Dre. Indeed. Indeed. Shout out to Ron. Gosh. Ron. Shout out to Clyde Davis.
Didn't Nick
The
go
math
to
is
DeMatha?
that. Did Nick go to the math as well?
Him or his brother did?
Yeah. And we talked about the math, all right?
That's what I was sitting here saying,
Shout
because
out to
he's
Nick.
right there. I wonder if he, by
And
there,
a
there a few
brother-in-law, one of
years.
the brother-in-laws or something like that.
That's what I can't remember, yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
But
indeed.
they're
Shout out
just a couple years apart.
for sure. Matter of fact, I was calling Liz. I was calling He's On when Liz was here that last
Oh,
time,
yeah,
right?
okay, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think the brother-in-law was
Okay.
was QB.
Yeah,
there
there's
the
some.
math,
Yeah,
right?
they got some roots.
Yeah. What was the second poll?
There we go.
Well, it's
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah.
shout out to Matha.
Shout out the Matha Stags. Absolutely.
Shout out Arkansas Razorbacks.
That's phenomenal where the high school and the college team gets mentioned side by side. It just tells you. Absolutely. Well, folks, we just are finishing up the OBs. So, I mean, what are we going to do, Mike? You set the stage, man. The OBs were so delicious.
Yeah.
There were some that I think really, as we moved along from the OBSV to the OBSK, you went from a fantastic viscosity and oils into more of a fruit note to the OBSO that really gave you that was the pie. That was kind of more the peach cobbler-esque, right?
Yeah.
And then into florals and warmth, and then herbs and mint, eucalyptus. So they were all fun. That was the OB lineup. They were all fun. They were all the 35% rye, 5% malted barley, and 60% corn mash bills. Those were fun. Let's taste through the OEs,
Okay.
and then we'll kind of maybe just do the OBs versus the OE, which one we like of the five
Okay.
more, and then shout out the maybe highlights of each one, unless you want to just kind of shout out what your favorite was out of the OBs. I think it would be a nice opportunity to shout out what our favorites were.
You also
out
didn't
of the
say, Mike,
OBs.
how do you want to do it? Then you just said how we're going to do it. So
Burnie. This is
just
Burnie's
making
show.
sure we're all
This
making
Burnie
sure
show,
we're all on the
I'm
same
just
page.
I'm just a stage member, you know. He runs the show.
Not that anyone noticed, but I did.
I mean,
So I let all y'all know.
my thoughts kind of run overlap one another sometimes.
Really, I never noticed.
Yeah.
Let's talk just a little bit about what we tried. In my opinion, like I think the OBSK was probably one that I think I could drink every day. The easiest drinker, just like that punch of like the pepperiness, the very like baking spice like note on it. Like that's something that I think I could drink every day. I also really like the OBSO. I would love to try that as like a barrel strength.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like that would be really unique. And the OBSF to kind of finish off was nice as well. Overall, I think I've rated the bunch like maybe 7.8.
7 point what?
7.8.
We don't do 7.8.
Yeah, it's 7.5 or an 8.
Okay.
7.5, 7.75, or 8.
Or an 8.
7.75, all right.
7.75.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You lost 0.05 points because it's 7.75 or it's an 8.
You could have either made it
7.75.
better
Good,
or
good.
worse.
I like that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me not speak too soon.
No,
Matt?
no, you good. You want to go next?
Yeah, I'll
we
go
don't
next.
have to go in order.
I agree with Mike. I think 7.75 off the lineup of the OBs. My favorite probably is the OBSO, just because of that richness, that peach cobbler. Yo, I'm a fan of peach pie, peach cobbler. Come on, put a little ice cream on that bad boy. I'm in heaven. That is my favorite pie. And so OBSO was my favorite, although I enjoy components and aspects of all of them. That one would, for me, be the component that needs to stand out a little bit more than the others. But I do need a little bit of the vegetal earthiness. I do need a little bit more spice. I do need the viscosity. So, hence, I need a little bit of OBSQ, need a little bit of OBSF, I need a little bit of OBSV in there as well. And then tweaking it with a bit of OBSK. But OBSO is the flavor profile that really, really is attractive for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I honestly would be at an 8 for the lineup, but 7.75 I think is solid as well. Cutting hairs, yeah, it'd probably be OBSO, but OBSK would be super close second place for me. And so, yeah, I mean, I like it at 8, you know? And quick shout out, Lost Whiskey Barbecue chiming in. Nick, just because you don't know, I have agreed to give away a bottle of Lost Whiskey here at Chats on our behalf. So, great way for you to find out.
Wow.
Shout out to Lost Whiskey giving back to the OG Chats who've been looking out and carrying our products for so long. So, Nick, if you're watching this,
indeed. Well, for sure. There is, for the month of August, the bottle giveaway is Lost Whiskey Club Single Barrel. There are 2 mash bills that they do within their single barrel standard lineup. This one would be the High Rye. High Rye.
Yeah.
Indeed. So when you shop at Chats for the month of August, print out a receipt, put your name and your phone number on that receipt. And we're going to shout out the winner at the end of the month. You know, whatever
First
Whiskey Wednesday.
September.
Yeah.
Yep. Comes at the end of the month, or the first after the month ends. So, shop at Lost Whiskey Club. There's a bottle giveaway.
September 3rd
this month
is a Wednesday. So, yeah.
Post Labor Day.
3 days.
Okay.
Labor Day comes early.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Indeed.
we'll probably do it in September.
Oh, fantastic.
You know what else I'll pour up the next bid, but you know what else we can shout out if you want to pull it up, Burnie, is Countdown.
Oh, man.
Because I'll tell you what, folks, I bought
I thought you'd never
3
say
bottles on the Countdown Club this past week. I bought 2 fantastic bottles of wine, of Prosecco, the Cuvée, that I think is still here. I don't think I bought it out. And I also bought a bottle of the Grapefruit liqueur. All in all, 3 bottles, $15 in total. What an absolute steal.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, folks.
Wild.
It is beyond wild, and it is the Countdown Club. Like, literally, folks. It is so crazy. Can I add this thing?
We gonna get there.
Let's see.
We
Remove.
gonna get
Let's
there.
see.
There
we go. There we go. Matter of fact, let me blow it
can you
all
make
the way
it?
up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There it
indeed.
is.
Folks, it's the Countdown Club. And there are so many amazing things on the Countdown Club. I mean, when you're talking about just about $200 off an Elmer T. Lee.
And you haven't even updated for this week, have
Oh,
you?
man. That's what I was going to say, but I was going to keep it a secret at the same time.
I already.
Because I haven't done my work.
I was ready to call
But
you
there
out
will
on
be
it,
some
too.
things that kind of come off. We're talking about, gosh, $60 off Very Old St. Nick. The Como, same $60 off.
Great
Hill
tequila.
Rock Premier Cru Sauterne, $70 off. I mean, so many fantastic things on this Countdown Club. That's the $10 category. We go to the $5 category. We're Brunello de Montalcino, more than half off plus. Half off on this Canalica de Sopra Reserva, Brunello de Montalcino. It's actually maybe already sold. I think low stock. It may be just all
Might be gone.
2 bottles are
man.
spoken for. Shout out to my bro who, he's speaking for 2 bottles of that.
Henry
He tried a bottle,
Oh, man.
and he says, "Man, this stuff is so freaking awesome." Edmund's Honor. We're talking about more than half price off, $25.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming off soon. Henry McKenna. $35 off the Henry McKenna. Come on now. That's a 10-year-old classic. G4.
Couple bottles up at G4.
Come on.
Went crazy on the tasting when we
Oh my
did.
God,
Yeah.
that was the most popular thing on the tasting.
Absolutely.
Even the cachaça is good
The
too.
cachaça
We had a tasting for that a couple of weeks ago.
Right? And had the owner in. Shout out to the owner. And more than half price off. Like the list goes on and on and on and on. That's a $5 category. And the $1 category, things are just ticking down.
Yeah.
$9 off of a Prosecco. That's really
That's what I stocked
$14. Wow.
Great
Folks,
price.
I'm not going to say any more than that, but that's like a sparkling wine for that cheap.
And
Let's
Oakside, my favorite pre-batch, pre-made cocktails
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
All their whole lineup. Oakside and local ownership too. One of the owners lives here in DC.
Indeed.
Shout out Oakside on
But-
the Countdown Club.
Folks, but just a little over $30, you can get a whole half gallon of Old Bardstown. Made by Willett. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
I know that.
Made by Willett. And it is freaking like a half gallon. What a price. That's such a steal. I just don't even know how to express that more. Brisa Cabernet Sauvignon from Spain. We're talking about half price, $6.99, folks. A $6.99 bottle.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So go to Countdown Club, check it out, buy some products. We will be adding more this week, and it'll continue to tick away. Some things will tick off, so you better go ahead and buy it before it ticks off, before it gets to zero.
Wait
X,
too
Y, and
long,
Z.
and it might
And it
be
might
gone.
be gone. That's it.
That McKenna. That's what I'm waiting on. That McKenna.
Yeah. So it's beautiful times, folks. Check out Countdown Club. But for now, we are going to head back to our Whiskey Wednesday lineup and back to the Four Roses, the 10 recipe tasting experience. We're going to enter into the second half of the tasting, folks. The second half of the tasting, super excited about it. We are talking about the OE selections. Not the OB selections, but the OE selections. And First up to bat will be the
The one just below.
O,
There you go.
the
OESV.
OESV. That's what we're getting into, folks. Let's change this up a little bit.
There you go.
I need another.
I really
option,
like
though.
this setup because it mostly blocks you out.
Yeah, man. I don't like it though.
Dang.
Dang, I don't like that at all, brother.
Mm.
There we
Shout
go.
out Mama Dukes in the
That's what we
house.
need right there. What's going
And
on, Moms?
Gavin Wine Wholesaler.
Okay.
Hope to
okay.
see you soon. Hoping to make it tonight, but circumstances going on in the world
Yeah. That happens. That happens.
work out. But
Indeed. Hey.
you like that,
Yeah,
though.
he
I
got
did
it.
that for you.
Without a doubt.
You say, hey, guys, you've already been in here.
It's a
So-
beautiful, it's a beautiful thing. But we're enjoying now the OE series. Now the OE, once again, is what we'll coin for this particular experience, the low rye mash bill, because Four Roses does the 36% rye mash bill, which we'll call the high rye mash bill, and then the 20% rye mash bill, which we'll call the low rye mash bill. That's the series that we're on now. It's the back end, the second half, the latter innings of the low rye mash bill. So that means what? More corn. Means 15% more corn than what we were enjoying before, which is now 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. On the first half, we enjoyed only 60% corn, a high 35% rye, 5% malted barley. So let's see how this back end, pause, translates compared to the front end.
Oh,
Pause that. Yeah. Thank you, M-Dog. Matt, again, thank you for this lineup, bro.
Mike,
It's all right. 2M. It's all right.
I know.
I hate
The
You
English language is hard.
literally introduced Matt as one of your sons, or
Yeah, that's some boy right there.
As long as this place is in the will, that's all that mattered.
South Atlanta.
God. Why you gotta bring... Come on. Let me have my moment. Landon, we
Dad
can
is
split
winking
it.
at Atlanta.
We can split it.
OESB. Low rye mash bill. This is the delicate fruit once again. This is the V, so it's delicate fruit, right? For the yeast strain.
Crazy
Still-
difference. Well, go
yeah.
ahead, Mike.
But I was just saying, like, it is a crazy difference. I think it's a lot bolder in flavor,
Yeah.
but you still have that really viscous mouthfeel on it. Same with the original one.
So definitely what we can gather is the V strain of yeast adds a viscosity
Yeah.
and a mouthfeel that we all really enjoy. What I think is surprising is that higher corn and lower rye is bringing what appears to be a deeper complexity to this one, which in general, real high corn whiskeys tend to, which not saying this is not a real high corn whiskey, but typically when you go higher corn, lower on rye, you get more narrow, sometimes on the palate, and lean a lot on more lighter sweetness. And so it's interesting that this one kind of breaking that standard a little bit of lower rye and higher corn. It actually seems to add more complexity to it. But yeah, the V strain of yeast definitely is the one. I mean, we haven't tasted these last four, but assuming it's going to be similar in that,
Yeah.
the V strain of yeast is adding the viscosity and oiliness and mouthfeel that you want.
I will say that this OESB probably drinks with a little bit more roundness and balance compared to the OBSB. Or bringing in a little bit heavier of a corn profile, which just literally maybe gives you just a bit more palate, weight, taste wise, but aromatically, maybe a little bit of a sweeter corn note to the aromatics, where the OBSV was just a bit more spirited
Sure.
aromatically, not as kind of approachable, and that translates to the palate as well. I was wondering why the recommendation was to go with the high rye first
Right.
compared to the low rye.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of maybe getting it, right?
It's never.
Like there's a in only the first one. That's all we've been. Only the first one. The S&B series, the V being the delicate fruit note. Between the high rye and the low rye, quote unquote, that we're calling it here on Whiskey Wednesday, Nashville's, this one seems to be more balanced. It seems to not be as one-dimensional, maybe, as the higher rye version, the OBSV.
A fun point to bring up, if someone is buying this and going to drink it at home and not sharing it amongst 3+ people, you can stretch these out a little more.
Yeah.
It would be fun to taste it in the lineup that we're doing, but it would also be fun to just do side by side.
Ooh.
Do the OBSV versus OESV.
Right.
And just do that one night. Next day, do the OBSK, the OESK. But also, I think doing it in this order is great as well. But like, assuming if you were drinking this solo, you would have more left in each bottle, and you could kind of mess around more with the style that you do it. But I think that would be a fun way of approaching this as well.
Absolutely. And literally, as we were tasting that first lineup, I was thinking that, like, wow, why aren't we comparing and contrasting, the SVs,
The sister
OB versus OE, the SK, OB versus OE, that could have been fun as well. But this is an experience.
Yeah.
Also,
I think
right?
the thing that's unique is like Matt was saying, if you're doing it solo, if you do half-ounce pours, you get 4 pours out of it. I mean, it's 4 different instances where you can really come back and experience it. So you might need to talk to your distributor about picking some of these up for Christmas time.
I don't know that you said able to get these. I don't know. Be interested to see.
Yeah.
Because I haven't, there's kind of like, not that these were a super readily available thing, but there definitely is there's definitely much fewer of these on the market than there was several months ago. And so I think response has been pretty good to this product, this package set, but I think it might be a product that's not. But that's just an assumption off outside view of the market.
I did find this in a high allocation state.
Sure,
So
yeah.
that might have been why I saw many of them on the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Those dang Californians have it better than us.
Indeed.
In some ways, but not in all. Let me tell you.
Right.
No, my chat's there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I can make it through 4 more pours. If you
Good
want
job.
a Willet product, though, you are in the Mecca.
Yep.
Oh, for sure.
You are a Willet fan. There is no better place to be than the DMV. Well, DC, Maryland. Ain't no one worried about Virginia.
True. All right.
Our little crime-infested city.
Allegedly.
Shout out to the National Guard and everybody else.
Shout out to the guy.
MPD is now federally.
Shout out to the guy that threw
That's-
the sub. That guy's the hero we deserve.
There's...
That's the end of our politics podcast.
OESK, folks. OESK. That's what we're doing right now.
Back to the whiskey.
Low rye, of course, is the OE. 20% rye in the mash bill, 5% malted barley, the remaining 75% corn. But this one is the K, which is the light spice variant.
We need to get some cushions for these seats.
That is something that we'll have to make an investment for, sir. Absolutely. Okay.
Something that you will have to make an investment for.
Oh.
A lot more ethanol.
That sounds right. Sounds like the way it's done.
Fair enough,
Yep,
right?
absolutely. No doubt about it. No more ethanol, right? But
Yeah.
but like in the other one,
Yeah. We said
it
this
was
one
also
was hotter.
carrying a little bit more ethanol, right?
Yeah.
Though I feel like on the notes on the first one, I got a lot more baking spice on it. This one, a lot less.
Yeah.
Baking spice and light oak. That's what it says.
Yeah. Spices. For the other one, I got spices, but
Like, it's almost,
it's almost more for spices.
yeah, but it's
With the
almost
cinnamon.
more between the spices and it seeming like a little more ethanol. It's like more volatile spices. Like before, I feel like you could nose it and pretty well identify, like what you're getting, where this one feels a little more scattered.
I don't know if anyone's had a sip, but the palate on it,
Haven't
it's actually,
I think Burnie got his first sip right now.
the finish is pretty long on it.
Ooh. 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 Yeah, with some of the sweeter tones coming forth, I think in the aromatics
Yeah.
compared to the first one where maybe it was a little more green or spice forward. Yeah, the roundness really carries, and it's almost like kind of a airiness to it,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of like
softer than
it
the
dissipates
first
in a
one.
soft kind of
Yeah.
airiness. There's no intensity at all. It all evaporates.
Which was really different than the first one. Because the first
Yeah.
one was like that punch of like, all right, it's very peppery, it's very spice heavy.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one, not as much. But I like it.
Indeed. Mm.
Strangely enough, the longer it sits in my glass, I almost get like a slight cacao note off it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very minor.
And potentially in the first lineup, I was getting some cacao, kind of dry cacao and so forth. But I think it was more intense in the first one.
Yeah.
And it's for you second sip, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But this one still is like carrying the ABV, but that ABV like just has this evaporative type of sensation on the palate. Wow.
I like it, though.
Indeed. Wow. OESK, everybody. This is the
Yeah.
OE version, so it's a low rye. And light spice. Light spice, they claim, right? Round, slightly sweet spice profile. I think it fits in that. A little bit of semi-dry cacao there. Some dry spice note. But more so dry cinnamon, nothing heavily peppery. Nothing in the grassy, heavy grass-like note. Nothing in kind of the herbaceous eucalyptus, anise component, you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's a freshness factor and a little bit of a waffiness to it, you know? A little bit of a waffy. Like easy.
Quasi-waffy.
Let's make it real, man.
Man, it's not a Whiskey Wednesday if we
I
don't.
approve of quasi waffy. Indeed. All right, that was fun. That was fun. This is the OE selection, folks. The low rye collection. OESO is up next.
After a quick water break.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you not only rinse your glass, but hydrate a little bit, you know.
Indeed,
You
indeed.
got high temperatures here
Like
in
those
DC.
pores. Oh my gosh, yeah. Super, super high.
The
Shout out to
beautiful weather.
Ophelia's Fish House. Just got my AC
Hey,
installed over there.
Wasn't
So,
that today?
investors, restaurant investors, holla at me.
Ice
Cheers. Ice cold.
Ice
Brand new Carrier 10-ton dual system.
What would be
cold.
the
Pump.
not to derail, but what would be like the dream restaurant that you would want as a business owner?
Successful.
What?
Successful.
Okay, yes, but like, what kind of food would you want to get on a whim next door to you?
Seafood.
Seafood. Okay.
Seafood.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
Hank's
it's
left. If you remember, Synarch's that left.
Mhm.
Ophelia's Fish House was like the
the
last,
last fish
proper
spot.
seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was down at the end of the block, Pasta. What was the place before it?
For the possible.
Almost like at the end. I forget what it was called now, but they did like a little bit of seafood pasta type. That was their concept, but there's no seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
No
seafood.
seafood. So
Big market for it here.
yeah, absolutely. So I would like to see seafood come back, to be honest.
And I'm
But-
a big seafood guy. I'd love to see a good seafood spot.
Yeah,
for that.
come on now.
But
Absolutely.
the popcorn shrimp at Ophelia's. Anytime I was in the area and I just wanted a snack, I would go in and get the popcorn shrimp.
That was good. Gosh, calamari I thought
Oh,
was
the
solid,
calamari, yeah.
right? The oysters. I mean, their
Yeah.
oysters were always. I'm an oyster guy, and
Ellie
they had
loved
like
oysters.
at least 4 different options
Mm-hmm.
on a
Yeah,
regular.
they always had the local ones.
Right?
and
Yeah, a
stuff, too.
couple local
Yeah.
ones, couple. Absolutely, that was always a thing. And then they had a full and round menu. So I would love to see seafood come back.
You
Right?
got a
Indeed,
Strong.
indeed.
potential tenant
Investor,
investor.
Ellie Stinnett, investor.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. The notes that we have here say, rich fruit forward, but here the tasting notes on this bottle, rich fruit and vanilla. No mention of vanilla. Honestly,
No mention of vanilla. You're right. There's
I
so much
get-
vanilla.
I get like a strawberries and cream, almost like a cream puff, like powdered sugar type vanilla
Oh,
flavor
see,
on it.
I'm going back to the strawberries and cream hard candy.
Ooh, like the lifesavers.
That's
Yeah.
but not Lifesaver brand.
Okay.
Those ones that like your grandma had. Like
Okay.
you didn't necessarily like see them in the store.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I know.
Not the strawberry wrapper.
No, not the strawberry wrapper
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
Like Werther's makes them, but that's not the brand. I don't even know the name of the
Yeah,
brand. But like
okay,
Werther's makes them.
Gotcha. A little bit strawberry cream, vanilla,
Yeah.
Yeah.
action. Okay.
But shout out, oh man, those
Gotcha.
strawberry ones and the strawberry wrapper. Gosh,
Yeah, that was iconic.
Yeah.
Those are
it
iconic.
was just like
Those are iconic.
populated out of thin air to grandmothers around the
Yeah,
country.
indeed. Shout out to all the grandmothers.
Yeah. You just said that whole thing.
Mm.
This one's really good.
Mm.
I think I'm already liking the OE lineup more
A
than
little
the
bit. I
OE.
realize it's like, okay. That's perfect.
I mean, I will.
I mean,
Well, I'm actually not. I'm gonna wait till we're done because I've owned quite a few Four Roses single barrels in my time, and I have tasted one of every mash bill. Obviously, they're single barrels, so you have that variation, and I know which ones I've enjoyed the most, and it's so far only got 2 left. It's aligning.
uh-huh.
But yeah.
Yeah, so this one, the richness, the red fruit characteristic, once again, comes forth. The spices are there, but it's reminding us of the OG candies.
Yeah.
That sweet, pastry. That after dinner.
little strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge fan of strawberry shortcake. Shout out.
Oh,
Burnie, did you eat the tres leches or did you forget about it? You forgot
that
about it.
answers that question.
How did you forget about it? Matt, you had tres leches in this fridge.
All of ours got eaten.
It's still
at
good.
home. Only one way to find
That's
out.
weird.
Only one way to
Might
find
still
out.
be good. Maybe.
Shout out Annie Turner.
That night.
Mark
Saturday
Turner,
night.
one of the founders of Lost Whiskey. His wife made the best strawberry shortcake I've ever had in my life. Shout out Annie Turner.
Annie Turner, we're going to need one of those over here at Chats,
Insane.
please.
Insane.
Shout out to my wife, Ruth,
Tres leches.
making
Come
a
on.
great tres leches cake.
Feels like
We talked about maybe on the side her doing a tres leches side hustle. Do you think it?
Oh, there you go.
Think it'd take off?
I mean, there's
I think it'd take off.
some, yeah.
Don't ask us to run affiliates out of a tres leches side hustle, but
There you go.
Well,
There
it
you
might
go.
it might be on the menu though.
Could be a little
hey,
pop
we'll
up.
sell the recipe for the right price.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Or you'll package them up and sell them by the slice
Yeah.
for the right price.
For the right price.
You're like a weekend only special. or something like
there
that,
you go.
know?
Okay.
There you go. I like that. All right, folks. Well,
I also
gosh,
like that whiskey.
that whiskey was amazing. So OESQ is up next. I really like that OESQ.
This one is
Oh my
delicate
gosh.
grains and lightly floral.
Delicate.
Low rye with a pronounced floral aroma. Delicate greens. Gotcha. Folks, this is such a fun and amazing experience. This is the foundation of your Four Roses bourbons. 10 components. 10 components, all of them right here in this package that they call the 10 recipe tasting experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw
Thanks
this,
to Mike.
I knew I had to buy it. Really, for the sole reason of Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah.
It felt like something that would be unique enough for Whiskey Wednesday.
And
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
it is something crazy to like really break down in regards to like these are 10 different bourbons that they offer, where when you go styles of bourbons or bourbon profiles, like somewhere I think people forget this, in no way talking poorly of this company, but like Buffalo Trace only has 3 different bourbon mash bills or styles that they utilize for all the products that they put out, which is so many products. It's only, as far as bourbons go, 3 different mash bills or recipes, and Four Roses out here got 10.
Same with Willet.
Yeah, Willet. Yeah.
Willet. Well, no, I'll say they're 5.
Yeah,
They're
Willet.
5. 3 bourbon recipes, 2 rye recipes.
And Willet also gets slightly tricky because their oldest age stuff was sourced, and so you can get a little
Yeah.
you can get a
For
little
their-
confused.
for
As far as
their
if you just go see
post
their product.
2020
Yeah,
products, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just crazy to see a brand doing this much and doing it all so well. There's not a single bottle on here that is a 750 milliliter bottle I wouldn't buy and go home and drink and be happy with, you know?
I get a very strong, like, grassy note on this one.
The grassiness does come
Yeah.
forward a little bit.
You know?
But I say the baking spices come
Yeah.
forth as well. Brown sugar, like there's a richness. The corn, the higher corn profile, really pushes for me a brown sugar note. Vanilla, more so vanilla caramel there, but like
Yeah.
vanilla oak.
It's fine.
We're in the fourth of the 5 OE series productions.
Mhm.
And what I really appreciate about this is the higher corn
Yeah.
mash bill, which gives it so much a richness and automatic viscosity across the board. Like the legs in the glass right now are just crazy from this production, from this series OE. Like the hang time is crazy.
I think that's got a little
I
bit
really
more,
do like that.
a little bit more viscosity to it.
Yeah,
sure.
without a doubt.
That'd be the most viscosity we've gotten out of any of them that wasn't a V strain yeast.
Yeah.
Of the lineup so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the finish on it was extremely strong.
Yep. Wow. Mm.
Here we go. Home stretch. This is it. Last one.
Hmm.
We still got quite a bit of a crew still watching. Wow.
Yeah, you know,
This is
Shout
probably
out
one
to
of
the
our
crew.
more popular ones.
well, but also I wonder if we don't have like a better late night crowd where for us, late night maybe isn't as ideal, as we're all gonna wake up and go to work tomorrow. But yes, so to confirm, this is a 10 bottle package, one of all 10 recipes. Storyteller Mo, is it available in Texas? I know it was distributed to Texas. This is a product that is no longer, to the best of our knowledge, still being distributed, but it was a pretty recent release, so you might still be able
You
to
might be
find
able to
one
find
or
it.
two hanging around.
Shout
might
out
be
to
a
Storyteller
certain,
Mo
you
and
know,
Geo3 Vodka.
yeah.
There might be a certain big box retailer that may have it in
Yeah.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pick your poison of which one I'm talking about.
Ooh.
Starts with a T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
See, I was going.
shout out to his failed senatorial campaign.
See, in
True
Texas,
that.
I was going.
But they got their start
They got
in
They're DMV.
Maryland. They're DMV. They are
Why don't we
DMV.
have? You know what? We don't need one in DC. Never mind.
We don't need
What?
one.
We don't need one.
There's already at Costco.
We
We don't need one.
do not.
Nah.
Do not.
It's nice.
Okay, so
I get a
this
lot
is the
more
final,
sweeter
the
notes.
low rye, herbal and grassy with honey sweetness. So say they for the OESF. For me, kind of an interesting, spirited, green-esque aromatics.
Yeah.
Spirited, grassy green.
Yeah.
I get most of the grass and like the green notes on the palate than I do the nose.
Really?
The
And
nose
that's
is
just
a
the
lot
aromatics
more
aftertaste.
sweet, kind of honey, like they're talking about.
Mm.
Don't mind me. Over here taking a little yawn break.
You need another energy patch?
Mm-hmm.
Need some. Oh, wow. Yeah, the palate goes real, like, fresh mint for
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
They say on the back, it says
Ooh.
light oak and mint.
Yeah. That exactly.
Yep.
Light oak and mint. That's it.
Would you say that this might be the lightest of the five that we
It
tasted?
seems like it.
Yeah, it does feel very light.
It seems so refreshing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's like the palate corrector,
Yeah.
where you like in with that, and it's like, let's start from the
Yeah,
beginning
you
again.
reset. Run it back. Let's go.
Let's run it back. Wow. Like almost so intensely refreshing to the palate.
Yeah.
It like takes all the salivary like flavors, juices,
Yeah.
streamlines it, and pause that if you need.
Yeah.
But wow. The crazy thing in these flavors, structure, the perception of how these components hit the palate. Like literally, this is like such a refreshing. I was expecting something more intense,
Yeah.
something that had deeper, drier, austere characteristics,
Sure.
and we get almost absolute opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Who's a Four Roses fan? Drop in the comments. Are y'all a Four Roses fan or not? Those folks who are here, like there are some hardcore Four Roses fans out there.
Shout out Drew Beard.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to
I know.
Drew Beard,
Wish
right?
Drew was here
Exactly.
for this, man.
Exactly. Shout out Drew Beard. And yeah. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't
Watch out
say-
for what? 942. Okay.
Great.
Stacy, what am I watching out for? Okay, indeed.
Maybe
Having
it's
to
that
watch
pause
out.
thing.
Maybe it's your.
But yeah. Maybe a little balls thing.
Um,
Okay, great.
I mean, I will say this. I am far from one of the most intense fans of Four Roses, but my birthday pour and one of my favorite bottles, I mean, probably it is my favorite bottle sitting on my shelf, was their small batch limited edition 135th anniversary.
That's top 5 favorite pours I've ever had. It's incredible. It's incredible.
So I am, and I mean, I enter Four Roses lottery every year also. I'm 0 for 4. Thanks a lot, Four Roses. Appreciate you, but don't hold it against you. I still buy your products.
Maybe our
And
luck will change after this video. Who knows?
Maybe, and I rarely pass up a single barrel strength Four Roses. And so yeah, I am, but far from some people's level of fans for Four Roses. But I'd say, I mean, Four Roses is a top 5 brand for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd agree with
top 5, and they're not 5. They might,
Oh wow.
They might be breaking into top 3.
3. Whoa.
They'd be up there. Four Roses up there for me.
Whoa. Okay, well that leads me into we rated the kind of the first half, which was the OB series of whiskeys from Four Roses. 5 whiskeys, all of the various yeast strains. Now it's time to rate the second half, the OE series. And of course, this includes the OES, the OESK, the OESO, OESQ, and OESF series. Matt, let's start with you in giving us a rating for this particular lineup of OE. We got our rating for OBs, and then the favorites. So yeah. OE overall rating, and then your favorites.
OE overall rating. I think I'm gonna have the highest. Also, again, just going out on a limb here. I had on the first 5. I think I'm at an 8.5 on OE. I'd be an 8.25 to an 8.5, but leaning. If we were to do Mike's ratings, I'd probably be like an 8.4. So we're gonna call it an 8.5.
Okay.
On OEs, and this is aligning. My favorite single barrels I've ever had were OEs from Four Roses. I think I'm gonna be OESK. Might be my winner of the night. OESK.
Ooh.
I think OESK. Tonight,
Yeah.
I think these are all things it could change. I mean, I'd say top 3. I would throw OBSK also in top 3. OBSK, OESK, and probably OESO, I think.
Mm-hmm.
If I did a top 3 of the night, that would probably be my top 3. But tonight, I think I'm walking with OESK. It's my number 1.
Wow.
But I like an 8.5 on the OE lineup.
Okay.
In my experience, no way for this to be rude, disrespectful. Four Roses, you know I love you. You get plenty of money from me. I am a Four Roses Mellow Moments Club member. Thank you very much. I have my pin at home.
Wow.
So don't
Nice.
come at me. So I guess I'm somewhat of a Four Roses fanboy because I'm their club member.
Fan.
You are in there like swimwear.
OBSV was, I kind of said before, slightly disappointing. The OEs have offered a overall lineup-wise a better mouthfeel, and none of them were. I only point out the OBSV as it was probably the biggest letdown of the lineup. I'm not saying it was a big it's not a big letdown. It was hardly a letdown. It was still a great whiskey. But on OESV, I feel like there was no letdowns. Everything carried a little more flavor and a little more viscosity, referencing the 5 whiskeys compared to 5 whiskeys, referencing the whole category, not individually. I think it carried a little more overall flavor and a little more overall viscosity, in my personal opinion. OE takes the lineup for the night. All right, Burnie, you want to go next?
No, thank you. Let's have Mike go next, because, you don't thoroughly broke that.
I thought that's what we were here to do. And last time, that's how I got. Y'all both thoroughly broke it down. I'm like, well, what do I say?
Okay.
Mike.
Hey, Mike, go for it, man.
I will agree with you on overall aggregate score. 8.5, absolutely, on the OE. If I had to rate these individuals, I would probably put the OESO at a 9.0.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's something about the texture and the viscosity and just the mix of like the vanilla and the baking spice on the OESO that is like something I could drink every single day.
Sure.
Putting the comparison between OB and OE, like I think there were a couple of OBs that maybe I would have rated like 7, maybe 1, maybe the OBSQ probably related maybe 6.75. That would put it at, that's why the aggregate of like 7.75. But overall, I don't think I'd put a single OE under 8. Like they are, fantastic.
True. There you go.
The viscosity really shines. I always love a more heavy corn mash bill.
Sure.
So I think even though it's 20% rye, which you were talking about earlier, classified as high rye.
Take it how you
Still,
want.
I think like compared to that, like it shines a lot more. OESK, OESO, OESF, like those are bottles I'm gonna look for. I've had OESK and OESO as single barrels. Never had the OESF. If I find that on the shelf, maybe Chats needs to start carrying some Four Roses after this event, like so the people got to know. Like this is that was a fantastic pour. So this overall 8.5.
Yeah.
I also am just so glad that we were able to do this. Like I've been sitting on this for a couple months now, and this has been a great experience to try it.
Definitely
Definitely been a great experience. I recognize, appreciate, and champion both of you gentlemen. Opinions on this. I agree with everything that both of you said. This is an 8.5, even plus OE selection. this 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. The balance factor comes in. The richness and complexity is elevated, I would say. So balance, balance, balance. The richness factor had to come in to really carry the various yeast strands across the board, and compared to the higher rye productions, I think it did it in a more complete way. Super approachable, carrying the 104 seamlessly, effortlessly. OESO, still, even in this lineup, so special.
Yeah.
OESO, OESO, OESO. But then I would say just across the board, all of the expressions delivered so much character and quality. Of course, what we had the experience tonight in doing is to taste each component, folks. Each component. And Four Roses, for a brand that, of course, has the basic small batch, single barrel, or what have you, their whiskeys are special. And there are friends of ours who rightfully so adore their productions. And some of us who are like, okay, I have my favorite Four Roses, I can drink that. Mm-hmm. But this type of experience right here just shows you the breadth of like why Four Roses is so important with these 10 different expressions, soon to be 12 released, right? And how each of the components can highlight within their lineup of bourbons something totally unique. When it comes to blending, you can find every palate satisfied with each of these expressions. So yeah, I'm giving it 8.5, 8.75 for this OE selection that we've had tonight. Totally delicious. Total big thanks to Mike for bringing this selection. While
Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah, while we're in like mid-August right now, the slow time of the industry, I'm so grateful to have this experience on this August 13th of 2025 with literally every single expression, all the components of Four Roses tonight, alongside with M Dog Stennett himself. Absolutely. The motion man himself, Mike in the house, who literally granted us this experience. It's been a fun time.
And then Burnie.
It's not all possible without chats, without Burnie, and the legacy of your family.
Well, I just try to run the tech behind the scenes.
There you go.
But what an amazing experience this has been, folks. Catch us this Friday and Saturday for tastings. Friday night, 5 to 8, spirit tastings.
Do you have a sneak peek?
Saturday, 3 to 6, wine tastings. I have no idea.
Okay, we'll find out.
I have absolutely no idea.
No, he doesn't.
It's August. Folks are out of town. It's whatever, though. Whatever.
And it's back to school weekend for so many people too.
That actually might back to school weekend. We might need to do some bourbon because we know when school's back in session,
we need
some parents might need to do some heavy drinking.
Stop playing around.
Heavy
We've done tequila. We've done rum and so forth. Nah, we need to take the edge off for sure. Yeah. That's a great recommendation.
A great night for a lost whiskey tasting.
It will be. It will be. Hey, if Matt wants to pull up for Friday, do
Nick
lost.
Pull up with barbecue too?
Come.
No. Not barbecue.
But
I won't say Nick won't pull up. Not with barbecue. That man cooked yesterday. He's cooking tonight. He's cooking tomorrow. The last thing he's going to do on Friday is cook barbecue.
All right.
We try.
Catch us next month September, mark your
month.
calendar, September 27th, Cantina Bambina at the Wharf.
Lost Whiskey.
Lost Whiskey will be out there doing barbecue. Cantina Bambina, you know they always got Lost Whiskey at the bar. We'll probably be doing some tastings also, but they also always have us at the bar, I'm not sure. And yeah, for the whole month of August, come into chats, make a purchase, tell Burnie or Anna that you saw Whiskey Wednesday, you want to enter in the bottle giveaway, giving away a 375 of Lost Whiskey, single barrel high rise straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, make a purchase, doesn't matter the dollar amount, just write your name and number on your receipt and leave it with us, and we'll pick a name as of right now on September 3rd, Wednesday, September 3rd. We'll draw a winner for this, but we're going to stop taking entries on the last day of August. But yeah, get entered in to win. It's a real thing. Gave away a bottle. Maybe I'll get a testimony from Joy, who has probably already drank her bottle of Buffalo Trace. We actually did give it to her. Maybe I should have taken a photo, but here I am. Take my word on it. Like I said, y'all blow it up. Maybe we'll sweeten the deal a little bit on behalf of Lost Whiskey. But
Indeed.
as always, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all supporting chats. And I mean, we're going to see you next week, but I don't know if Burnie got anything else to add.
We'll see you within 7 days. Definitely.
Back at it.
Whiskey Wednesday.
Yep.
See you then.
Drink your whiskey.
Cheers,
Share
folks.
with
Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Mike, this lineup was fan-freaking-tastic.
Super
Thank
fun.
you for it.
Most whiskeys we've ever done on Whiskey Wednesday, bro.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Oh,
Dare I say,
boy.
this might
Get it.
beat.
Get us booked. Reach out to us. Most whiskeys on Whiskey Wednesday at chat.
Dare I say this might be a better lineup than Zoe's birthday lineup?
Ooh.
I'm just trying to stir shit.
Ooh, Zoe. What's up, Zoe? You hear that?
I was like,
Trying to stir the pot.
You staring that pot.
Yeah.
See you in 7 days, if not before. Cheers, everybody.
Y'all
Have
take
a
it
great
easy.
night. Be safe.